Okay, if my buddy Sex Diesel doesn't have time for introductions, then neither do I. Today I want to talk to you about Parsec Gaming, the PC cloud game/streaming software. Parsec uses its game streaming technology to let you access your gaming PC from anywhere and invite your friends to connect and play local multiplayer games online. Now, my friend Sex Diesel kind of covered this already, but he didn't really touch on some of the things that I was more interested in. When he first introduced this to me, he had a hard time explaining to me what exactly it did, and when I did finally understand, I didn't really understand how I would help him or really anyone. It sounded like a ghetto XSplit or something, or a really bad Steam in-house streaming thing. But he invited me over, and I was playing Far Cry 5 on a PC that was essentially a toaster. Well, it shouldn't have been able to run that game with the frames and the visuals that it was doing it. And that's because we were using Parsec to connect to his actual gaming PC. But that didn't really interest me. When he told me that Parsec acted as a second controller, it really caught my interest, because if you have a friend who doesn't have a particular video game or doesn't have a computer that's good enough to run a particular video game, you can use Parsec to kind of bridge the gap. Because of its low latency, and it kind of offsets its PC requirements, you can have, like they said, local multiplayer online. And that means that you can be playing games like Fight and Rage or Towerfall, or insert other game here. You can be doing Tabletop Simulator with friends that aren't necessarily in your area. And that's really very interesting. What's even more interesting is that no one on the internet is talking about it. Everyone kind of just continues to buy these expensive and poorly made, if I'm being honest, capture cards. Like me, I bought a capture card. I regret it. It's not that good. It's not an Elgato, but it's particularly not great. And if I had known about Parsec, I wouldn't have got this capture card. But if you have a second computer, you can use Parsec to have a second computer record and stream gameplay without losing any of the quality, so long as you have a stable internet connection. Well, what if you don't want to do that? Well, I don't see why not. Relying on a stable internet connection is required anyway if you're going to be streaming. If your internet goes out, sure, you're going to disconnect from your second computer, but you're also going to disconnect from Twitch or your streaming platform of choice, so what does it matter? As far as YouTube, I can't really see recording being particularly useful, because sure, recording does have an impact on your main computer, but you still do have a bit of quality loss, very, very slight, but it is noticeable. So you might not want to necessarily use that for YouTube recording. But having used it myself, I can say that I can land headshots at a very, very long distance with no issues. But so as long as you aren't playing a fighting game or anything that requires you to be frame perfect, Parsec is a really good alternative to pretty much anything. I mean, anything that was going to require you to be away from your main PC, Parsec is the way to go. And I'm not, obviously, you can look at my channel and say that I'm not sponsored, but I definitely would recommend Parsec just to play around with it and see what you can do with it, because they don't list all of the functionality on their website, and if you use your imaginations, you can get something really cool going. So I have a link down below. Take a look at my other videos and check out Parsec and my channel and Sex Diesel channel. Thanks for watching.
Completed!